What's up, my beautiful people? How are you today and how are you doing? My name is Trema CJ, and if you're here today, you're highly welcome. Hey, here we give warm hug. This channel will basically talk about personal development, girl chat, mental wellness, everything that can make us be the best version of ourselves. So without wasting any time, let's just start right away and start with this topic: how to prioritize anything in our life. How do you weigh what you need, what is important, what is not important, what can wait, what is urgent, what is not urgent, what is very important, what can really be delegated? This is what we're going to be sharing today. And without wasting any time, I wouldn't want you to miss the most important point here, which is point number 3. But for now, let's start with point number 1. Hey, have you subscribed? Let's subscribe and you don't miss any episode here. So number 1 thing, when you want to start prioritizing things in your life, do hard things first. When I said do hard things first, Brian Tracy is having a book that talks about Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog is about you not procrastinating anything in your life, and it talks more about eat that big frog first. And when I say eat that big frog first, I mean do the hard things first. When you look at your to-do list, what is it having? Yes, you're having 10 things. I've had someone who tells me, I've been having my to do 10 things and I never actually do them. It's as if it's a list that is just a list and I don't do anything. Somehow I get an emergency, I work on an emergency. Somehow a boss walks in, wants something urgent, I work on that something, and I never do anything for myself that was on my to-do list. And if you're here, you're not alone. We all go through that. But hey, we have a solution. So, do you have a to-do list? Yes, if you've seen your to-do list, make sure that the first thing that you attempt early in the morning, it's the hardest thing on that list. When you start with the simple things, obviously your day is going to be a simple one. If you're going to start with the simplest thing, that means you're working towards the life of being a mediocre. Would you want to be a mediocre? No way. As long as you're here, I'm sure you don't want to be one. Like, easy things gives easy results. When you do something easy, to give you that easy feedback. So if you're looking for something to make you productive throughout your day, make sure you start with something that is very hard in the morning. How about that? When you start with the hardest thing, it energizes you to say, oh, if I kill this big frog, how about that? That means I can do anything else, okay? But when you start with something small, when you start with scrolling your phone, and before you know it, in social media, before you know it, you're reacting to other things, you're reacting to the world. Hey, by the time you come back, research says it all. If you just get on your phone and maybe on social media, by the time you come back to concentrate, it will take you more like 23 minutes for you to concentrate. So just imagine the morning you wake up, you check your email, easy things, you check on your WhatsApp, you check on your groups, you just do one task that is very light. Hey, that is 2 hours, 3 hours in the morning, and by midday you actually don't know what you're supposed to be doing. You feel you're tired because you've been doing easy things and you can't touch the big one, the big thing. That's why we do procrastination. Then you end up procrastinating it, you put it on another day, you put it on the next day, you feel like you're scared to do it, but in the long run you end up not doing that task. The week passes, you've not done it. But that means if you started with it, you could be better, you could have done it, So let's do hard things first. In the morning, check on your to-do list. What is the hardest thing I can do today? If I'm to go for a vacation, if I'm to get a leave today, if anything is to happen, if I can't get an emergency, what can I leave untouched? What is that one thing? And when it's on that list, make sure that you do it without stopping, and make sure that hardest thing, it's towards your goals. Let it be aligned with your goals. We have goals, we have big goals, we have personal goals, financial goals, healthy goals, life goals, relationship goals, whatever it is that you're handling right now. Make sure that hardest thing, it's bringing you closer to your goal. If it's not bringing you closer to your goal, then I don't know. I don't know what you're up to, but make sure that it is. And I'm very sure it's going to be bringing you towards the hardest thing, and the hardest thing that is aligning you to your goals. Number 2, stop prioritizing the false emergencies. Stop attending to those false emergencies. Dear Remy, please, I've got an emergency. I would want us to go to town together. I would want us to shop together. Hold on. I want you to help me with money. Like, where were you when others were planning? Like, where were you? Like, your emergency that you're creating, make sure that you're not that one person that is attending to everyone's false emergencies. Help me with this assignment. I got caught up. I couldn't make it. How should I say it? Like, it's not okay for you to be the one running other people's false emergencies, and before you know it, you've not done anything of your own. How is that? That's why you end up, the day ends and you're like, oh my God, I don't do anything on my to-do list. How is that possible? Like, how? But you forgot that the whole day you were doing other people's emergencies. Your boss walked in, your friend called you and they had an emergency. You are supposed to first go to town, deal with it, then come back. Then before you know it, like, you've done nothing. You're too busy doing nothing. Yeah, someone said it already. If everything is a priority, then that means nothing is a priority. You have nothing. If everything that you're having in your life is a priority, darling, it means for you anything can blend with you and you can rush into it, and before you know it, you have nothing that is so emergency. Then the most important point that I said you shouldn't go when you've not heard about it, it's this one. Wouldn't you want to hear about it? But make sure you first subscribe, you like, you comment. This is a family, and hey, it's a dialogue. We do allow the conversations. It's the safest place you can have. Make sure you prioritize your freedom. When I say prioritize your freedom, how do you get it, darling? Prioritize your freedom. When I say your freedom, I mean your time management, I mean your self-care, I mean your physical, I mean your emotional intelligence, I mean your physical, I mean your health, I mean your mental. Like, when you're not okay, there's no way you can help this world. Until when you're okay, that's when we can all be okay. Just like any other person, when you're not feeling well, are you going to go out there and serve? If you're not okay, is that employer of yours going to get to you? No, you'll be sick. So prioritize yourself first. Prioritize everything that is important to you, including your personal growth, including your finances, including your emotional being, including your spiritual growth, anything that is a little bit a trigger for you. And when you do that, you'll be able to help more of the people out there. You'll be able to help the world. And I know when you do all that, your day can be a magical one. Your day can be a productive day. So make sure that you do all the three. It's very, very important. And when you're prioritizing, remember the 80-20 principle, that what you do in the 20% is the one that is going to give you the 80% of the results. So start with that big hard things. If you forget everything that I've said, let's point out the 3 points. Start with the hardest thing on your to-do list, then make sure that you stop having those false emergencies. The third point, it says, make sure that you prioritize your freedom of everything that aligns with you. I'm waiting to hear from you. What do you prioritize first this era? What do you prioritize? And boom, I'm waiting for you. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please join the family. This is the safest place you can ever be in. And hey, you're highly welcome.